Hi guys, my name is Chantel and welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you're returning. This is my channel, Sink Me Out of Debt. For those who may be new to my channel is all about getting out of debt and doing digital forms of a cash envelope system. So, all those cash envelopes and everything that you may see on other channels, they are all online. If you are brand new to my channel, I recommend going back and watching the videos leading up to this one because all the information is there. Right off the bat, if there's background noise, I apologize. I am not in control of it and it's aggravating me too. Okay? It's been a very long couple of weeks. I believe in my last video I had mentioned that I would be going over my paycheck from August 20th. But after saying such, I realized that I'm not doing much with regards to my August 20th paycheck. And the only thing that I really did with it was I made a $50 payment down on one of my cards. And the reason for that is, as I've said in previous videos, next year I am going on a cruise. I am going on a road trip at the end of September, and I am going on a cruise in February 2022. I haven't had a vacation at all, been anywhere, since January of 2018. So it has been a very, very long time. And these trips at this point are necessary. I'm vaccinated, I take precautions, I mask myself to infinity and beyond, and I'm going. And yes, I'm getting my booster shot on September 4th. So, there's not much I can show you with regards to money and budgeting in this video because a whole lot of my money from this paycheck is going to the next payment on September 1st. So, with all of that, let's talk about something that is equally as important as the money aspect. And that is the aspect of staying motivated and the mental health aspect of staying on your journey. So there's one thing I haven't mentioned thus far on my channel. I know I've mentioned that I do have impacted mental health. I deal with depression, I deal with anxiety. I do have a second YouTube channel on which I do card readings and things of that nature, and most of the time those card readings are delving into some pretty serious issues of true crime and so forth. So sometimes the world can get a little bit heavy. And even though I have been in therapy now since, I believe it was the end of 2018, I believe. May have been the end of 2019. I can't remember exactly. I know I've been in therapy now for a few years. I've lost track of time. And even though I take supplements to help my mental health and everything, it's often said that you cannot heal in the environment that broke you. And I'm still living in the environment that has and continues to break me on a regular basis. And because of that, I have to do something to help myself try to stay in a somewhat positive frame of mind each day. Something to help me motivated towards my goals of being out of debt and getting out of here next year. And one of the things that's been helping me is journaling. Now I have a few different journals, and this is something I've been thinking for this channel as well as my other channel, because I've been thinking of doing TikTok videos and shorts on YouTube specifically, because I feel that these little daily things might help others and not just myself. This journal, even though it is primarily focused for those who may practice Buddhism, can generally be used by anyone, because this journal makes you think and it sets you up for your day in a positive frame of mind. Some of the questions in this book ask you what things you may be grateful for, They may give you prompts that may make you really sit and think about certain things that maybe you haven't thought about before. I kind of call it therapy in book form. But each day, and do please let me know in the comments if this is something that you're interested in with regards to either the journal or the cards. I'll probably leave the cards to my other channel though, but I've actually been really bad. This past weekend was a really bad weekend. It was a really, really bad weekend. And I encourage you to go watch my introduction video to find out what I'm talking about. But it was a really bad weekend, and I have not touched or looked at this journal since, I think, Friday of last week. So I have some catching up to do. Now this is usually what I do each morning. I have a few different little boxes like this. This one is called Wishcraft. I have one that's making magic, Whispering Woods. But as you can see, all of the imagery is different. So because of that, I tend not to look at the back images. I tend to leave the text part up because the text side, even though the words are different, basically all looks the same. And I just shuffle them a little bit. This is what I do in the morning, and I ask and I put the intention in, what messages am I meant to hear today? And this person, Stacy DeMarco, has a lot of little decks like this. And if not her, there are others as well. And they all come in these little boxes. They all look pretty similar. So you don't have to get this one specifically. All I do is I fan it out. And you don't have to use a deck like this. You could use anything. You could even use the Bible for something like this and just fan the pages until you feel to stop or guided by spirit to stop, and then read passages out of that section. That's always a possibility if you are someone who is religious, just as an example. So I look at the cards in front of me and I look for any card specifically that seem to poke out at me and grab my attention. This is the tough part.
Seems like they have a lot of messages for me today. Probably because I haven't touched them in several days. I don't read them or anything until after I'm done.
Okay. Those are the ones that I feel to pull out. Put the rest in the box. Close it up.
So my messages for today are my wishes grow big like a tree. This is the imagery. The next one is I can let go of my mistakes. I love flowing through the magical cycles. I am made of stars. I matter. And finally, I am enough.
And each day I will do this, and I will lay out the cards, and I will take a picture of them front and back to remind myself of the messages that I received that day. I'm going to put these to the side so I do that after I record. Now, because I have been using this journal and because I don't want to go into the areas where I've actually written things, because they can be quite personal, I did buy a brand new book for use on this channel and for TikTok and my platforms. So it's starting from scratch. But I'm going to basically fan the pages, and you can do this too. And I felt to stop. And looking through the questions, pick out one that you feel most guided to. Now, what I like about this book is that it breaks down every single week. So when they say 52-week guided journal, they mean it. Every week, there are 7 prompts. So this is literally meant for daily use, and they break it down into seasons. So it starts with spring, then it goes into summer, then autumn, and finally winter, because generally in most non-monotheistic practices such as Buddhism, they tend to look at the year in the cycle of starting in the spring and ending with winter. So based on these prompts, the first one is when you've lost it. And this one actually is, wow. It's never ceases to amaze me sometimes how guided by spirit I feel many times, and I've been feeling pretty broken lately. So for the first prompt here to be, there are times when meditation will feel very centered, deep, even beautiful, and then we'll lose it and find that our mind has become busy or rageful or petty. This is just being human, but it can be a hard ride. Reflect. And that prompt in this day feels very appropriate because I have been beating myself up and feeling pretty lost lately since I haven't been doing my prompts, since I haven't really been able to do anything to really help myself mental health wise. And the mental health aspect is so important with regards to things like budgeting and staying on track. Today, I made some purchases on one of my credit cards that I wasn't going to touch. Now granted, they were for absolutely necessary things, but I can't help but beat myself up over the fact that I used the card when I had been doing so well and I hadn't been touching them or doing anything. That is where the I can let go of my mistakes card especially came into play today. Because I've been being pretty rough on myself, and I'm already in a situation where others are rough on me anyway. I don't need any help in that aspect. If anything, I need relief. I may not be able to control the situation that I'm currently in, and I can't control the other person. But at the very least, I can work on controlling me. I can work on treating myself a little bit more kinder, not beating myself up so much. And I think that's a lesson that we could all use, is to give ourselves grace, to allow ourselves moments where things may not be so perfect, things may not be so great, and when things are really bad and really rough, to force ourselves to be that much kinder to ourselves in a very seemingly unkind world right now. So I hope this may have given you some insight as to what's been helping me stay on track with my money and with my budgeting and everything of that nature. And if you would like me to do something like the journal prompts each day so that maybe you guys can do them with me and work on things together, just let me know in a comment down below, and I will make sure that I get that together. It may not happen soon because I have to figure out TikTok and figure out how to go about that process, because YouTube Shorts is not like doing a recorded video. So give me a little time and I will start that process, but please do let me know if that's something you're interested in. And if this isn't something that may help you with regards to journaling and, motivational things each day, find something that works for you. For some people, it's exercise. For some people, It's other meditative practices. You can find meditation in anything. Some find it in art, some in music, some in cooking, some in crunching numbers. Everyone has their own individual meditation. So I hope this may help someone, because I know that it's been helping me. So good luck, and I will see you next time with a new video. Bye!